Hey everybody, how's it going? Ruben here. Been a long time since I've done a video where I actually show my face and play guitar and talk about stuff. I think the last time I did show my face on YouTube was when I did that video with my Van Halen brother, Jeff Goldwell. If you guys are not familiar with that, look up on YouTube Van Halen stories, and Jeff has I think about maybe close to 20 episodes now where he just talks to different people about Van Halen and people that, Edward and know the band or had experiences with Van Halen at concerts, or like me getting to play through the gear that Edward used to play, that Edward used to have. Stuff like that. So anyway, that was the last time I actually was on video. So I want to get back into that again and, do stuff like that where we geek out, talk about guitar. And, today, obviously, with the guitar that I have on my lap and the guitar back here, that Wolfgang custom P90 back there, and my Axis 2001 Music Man Axis guitar. We're going to talk about Van Halen, and we're going to talk about 1984 Panama. And actually, the album in general, there's some great tone on that. And honestly, that's my favorite guitar tone. Pretty much, yeah, I can say that because it's very clean, not a lot of gain, very dynamic, but still it's really big. We know this is the first record where they started recording at the 5150 studios, and they were kind of done, no longer recording at Sunset Sound, but still that ribbon that ties Sunset Sound to the new location is Don Landy. Don was still there. So you still get a little bit of that, that old classic Van Halen guitar sound where, on some of the tracks, it's kind of like the old school where they had Edward a little bit panned off to the side, but you can hear that plate reverb on the other side, kind of like this, So you hear the guitar on one side. So you hear that, and it's like an homage, or I guess maybe that, they're still doing things kind of like the old way. The only difference, obviously, we all know the drum sound. They had a really tight space in there, and Alex had to use acoustic snare, real cymbals, but all the toms were Simmons because he was all into that. I think that's what I hear. There's a different story. They say he was into Simmons at the time, and I also hear stories where he didn't like the sound, or so whatever. But it is what it is. It's a great album, and yeah. I never really sat down and, learned Panama. There's a lot of great songs on that record. Girl Gone Bad is one of my favorites. Drop Dead Legs. Panama, it's, very commercial. I think that was the second single. First they had Jump, then Panama, then I think Hot for Teacher was released. As far as video goes, back in the day. All those old cats like me, watching MTV and watching the videos and waiting for anything Van Halen related to come out. So I kind of developed a tone, and for those of you that don't know, I also do some tone development, or used to do some tone development for a company called Ilio Software, and utilizing the THU guitar modeling software. I even did some clinics at NAMM back in 2020 where I created a bunch of patches of different tones: Van Halen, Steve Vai, Jeff Beck, Randy Rhoads, etc. And I was there all 4 days from I think 2 to 3 or something like that, doing my seminar on my tones, and we actually gave away, packs of those tones. So I'm still using that software to create the tones because it's great software, and it's good for recording, getting those ideas down, and, and even for a Spinal product, it's really good. So what I did is basically, I kind of broke down the whole Edward formula for tone that he used to use back then, which is an old Marshall and a Variac. And that's pretty much it. And that's what I can do in the THU software. I'm going to, try to put some screenshots up on the screen so you guys can see what I did. But I basically got an old Marshall, a Super Lead Marshall, dimed it. And there's a Variac functionality. So I got the Variac and I took it all the way down to 60 volts. That's where I was just getting that warm compression that I liked. So I did that. I had a little tape delay on the main guitar tone, and then I added some reverb over on the other side just to get that big sound. So you can hear that slap back. So you hear the reverb on the other side. So you hear that. So it reminds me a lot of that 1984 tone. Really clean and dynamic. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play through Panama with this tone. Because like I said, I've never learned it before. I've always wanted to learn it. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. I'm waiting for the click to come in off this video audio I ripped thing. So here it comes. I think I see it coming now on Logic.
See the road from the heat coming on. I reach down between my legs and ease the seat back. She's sliding, I'm buying, right behind it, real me now. Got the feeling, power steering, busy popping, ain't no stopping now. Everybody.
So there you go. And the tone for me, you know, when you hear it mixed in with the band, it just it just sounds great. You know, it's just that tone. And then you get that dynamics. So it's just that big, round, warm sound, and you know, I just wanted to do a video because I'm like, hey, you know, that sounds like something off of 1984 when I put the tone together. I mean, that was the goal, and that was the goal for this video. But I was really impressed with the results that I got, and so yeah, it's. I don't even know what I'm going to say now. But yeah, that's the whole point of the video. I kind of wanted to learn Panama. I never really learned that. I think just because, you know, the whole video thing, I'm more of a deep cuts guy. But I wanted to kind of get out there and do the Panama thing because it's just a fun song. It was a great vehicle for demoing the tone that I just showed you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to do another one of these videos. So kind of please like and subscribe my stuff, and stay tuned because I'm going to start doing this. I'm having a blast with this. The next one, I'm going to use that Wolfgang back here, custom made Wolfgang by my friend John Storms. I'm trying to look at the video, see if I can point it correctly. Anyway, my depth perception is off with looking at the camera. But my friend John Storms made that Wolfgang guitar with P90s, and that P90 sound kind of lends itself to, it's close to like a mini humbucker sound. And so, and that's what Eddie Van Halen used on a song called Little Guitars off of Diver Down. So the next video that I'm going to do is going to be kind of like a playthrough of Little Guitars from Van Halen, Diver Down, because that's another fun song, kind of a deep cut, and I kind of like going into the deep stuff. It's not, you know, so much the stuff that everybody else plays. But anyway, I'm glad you guys, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope that you enjoyed the tone. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put it, and you know, I'll do my best to answer, give any information as to, you know, what I was using. But like I said, it's all software, and it's really good software. I enjoy it. I still use it after having it for years, and you know, doing all the demos and the clinics and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, I guess that's pretty much it. I think I'm looking at my project timeline on Logic, and it's winding down to the end here, so I better. You know, cut it. Again, thank you very much, and stay tuned for the next video, which will be Little Guitars from Diver Down. All right, peeps. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.